Hi guys, Paul here from Muscle Car UK again. We've got the most gorgeous car for you today. You're going to love this. It's a manual, big block, 67 Fastback. Tick, 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 tick. All the right things in this gorgeous blue. Look at this car. It's been restored a few times in its life. And this is quite an important car because the last owner, in fact, has had a book made, which I'll show you guys later, about all the last owners and where it's been, what's happened to it over the years. Really good, interesting read. And we've got a file about this big on the car as well. But this car's been restored, and we didn't restore it. It's been restored maybe a few years ago, but it's in absolute superb condition. If you look at the front, it's obviously got the GT fog lights here, pony in the corral with the wings as you would expect, but all in beautiful condition, absolutely perfect. Chrome bumper bars good, paint all behind the bumpers perfect, all down lows absolutely great as well. Little overriders here, all in good shape. But yeah, this one really is a superb car. I love the idea that it's manual. We haven't had many manual S codes. They are very rare, you know, and it has been a manual since new, this car. So it's worth thinking about. But have a look down the side of it again. Absolutely beautiful. The chrome is in superb condition. We'll have a look at these wheels as well. It's got the 15 inches, which Torque Thrust 2 American racing wheels on them, which are in lovely good shape, like brand new. BF Goodrich tyres. I mean, 15s is what these cars were built on, so they are the correct size, the correct shape and everything else for them. So they sit well. The car sits beautifully from front to back. But again, have a look down the side. You've got the chrome sill plate on it as well. Obviously you've got these beautiful fins coming through, and as you guys know, I just love the back of these 67, 68 model. They're just gorgeous. If you can get a shot in here, if you can follow me through, you've got the 4X exhaust here, all in chrome, which sound fantastic with this burble. All the back's gorgeous. You've got the concave area of the 67, 68, got the reversing lights, got these runners. You can imagine even in the modern Mustangs now, you'll still see this similar on the back of one of our modern Mustangs. But yeah, but just look at the back of this, just gorgeous down the sides. You've got that little split coming down the side all the way through there as well, from the head, from the roof all the way down to the bonnet, boot rather. And it really is absolutely stunning, this car. It's as good underneath. We're going to show you underneath in a minute, but I tell you what we'll do, we'll have a look at the interior first. Look how gorgeous it is inside here as well. I mean, it's very original. I mean, we can see here you've got, all this was standard in its day. You've got the center console here, you've got the lovely manual gearbox, beautiful Hurst shifter, very tactile. Really love the look of that. You've got original radio in here. You've got the little, I think it was an ashtray in its day, but I call it the garage door because it always looks like it. But if you have a look at the dash, everything's been restored. You've got the new dash panel, new clocks, new display all the way through. The door panels are in absolute top condition. If you look also down into these, the door shuts, the paint is really exceptional in the door shuts, all the way along the door sill. The sills are all good, all the way up through here. It really is in top condition. Headlining's perfect. It's got a roof console with the map lights in. All the sun visors are all beautiful. It really is a top car. This would have cost someone a lot of money to get it into this position. But again, of course, in the back here, you've got these lovely little courtesy lights that you can see, and you've also got the seats which fold up. There you go. You've got two more people can jump in the back and have a bit of fun. So a really beautiful car inside. I mean, this literally is in tip-top condition inside. It's really gorgeous. You know, all the vents here are all working, operational. You know, you can see the undo and shut again. So whoever's done this has done a great job. Really is beautiful. Let's have a look underneath the bonnet and see what we can find under there. So let's have a look underneath. Well, there you go, 390, big block, gorgeous. So I do like, I don't know if you can get in here, Grant, and have a look at the, you've got Cobra Le Mans. I've never seen those on one of these before. These they really are really attractive. I'd like to find out where they came from, whether they came from the States or not, I don't know. But you've got MSD ignition here, MSD coil. You've obviously got disc brakes. Power disc brakes at the front here. You've got power steering, so it's got all the things that you really want on one of these cars, that really you can really enjoy it to the nth degree. Again, painted beautifully underneath here, so you haven't got anything to worry about there. If you take it to shows, it really is going to set itself off. So again, the 390, one of the best blocks they ever made, just absolutely beautiful. Fabulous driver's car this. I mean, this, you could really enjoy going down to Le Mans or somewhere like that and really enjoying it and having a bit of fun. Something really to be proud of. An S-Code manual 67 Fastback. Whew, I love it. What we're going to do is we're going to put it on the ramp now. You can have a look underneath and see how good it is under there. Well, this is where it all goes on. This is one of our Mustang workshops, and as I said, I'd put that S-Code on the ramp so you can have a good look at it. But as you can see, lots of stuff going on. We've got full restorations on 67s going on. This one's just come back from California. This one is just sold. And all these are having different jobs done on them. Some are ours, some are clients. But let's have a look at this S-Code. I mean, it's El Paso Blue is the color that this has been painted in. But when you get a car up on a ramp, that's when you really get to tell what the paintwork's all like. And you can just see the finish on the bottom where no one looks is absolutely gorgeous. So this car has been done properly. It really has. And if you go down the side, you'll see the paint is in really top shape. But again, as I always say, it's the underneath that counts, and that's really important on all these early 60s. You've got to remember this car is 55 years old. 55 years old, it's historic. And let's have a look underneath and let's see what the quality of the work's like under here. So you can see, I'll just turn my torch on so we can have a better look. I mean, it has been raining, so we've just brought it out round through the rain. So apologies if it's a little bit grubby underneath here. But when you look, you can just see that these floor panels are all exactly as they should be. This is, this is the chassis leg coming through here. All good, all up by the prop shaft, all solid, all beautiful. The, again, front sort of chassis is here. This is where you sometimes get a lot of dent in because people jack them up on these. But this is all beautiful, and the same the other side, It's all lovely. Exactly as it should be underneath. All the power steering's under here. You can see everything else. It really is in good shape, really as you would expect it to be. That's what you're looking for, because they can all look gorgeous on top, but it's underneath. You need to know that the structure's sound, and on this car, it's absolutely beautiful. So someone has spent a lot of money on this car, doing it correctly from ground up. So if you are going to make the investment on something like this, you've got the right thing. So I was going to show you the book and the file next, so I'll get those out and we'll have a quick look at those. Have a look at this paintwork as you go down the side of it. This is the worst position you can look at a car that's been painted, because it will show every single flaw. But if you have a look at this car, the way it's been painted down the side, it's absolutely beautiful. Really is top quality all the way through. And it's just as smooth there as it is on the top of the bonnet. Really gorgeous all the way through, all the way down. A little bit grubby, I'm afraid, because the weather's not too good today and we've got a little bit wet bringing it round. But just have a look at that car. All up in the wheel arches, all absolutely beautiful in there. Absolutely gorgeous. Fabulous car. I wanted to show you the book and the large file that accompanies this car, because it's always important. It's lovely to have some history, because most cars, when they come back from America, tend not to have a great deal of history. It's quite rare, in fact. But this has got a lovely file here, as you can see, 1967 with a Mustang on the front of it as well. And you can see all the contents, section 1 and section 2. But rather than go through absolutely everything here, we've got old MOTs, etc., etc. I wanted to show you the Marty Auto Works report, which basically tells you when the car was born and what particular dates, etc., and the spec that it had. So when you look at this, you can see, yes, it's a 67. It was built at the Metuchen factory, which is sort of the northeast coast. It was sold into New York area. You can see New York DSO is a district sales office. So it sold into New York. It was Brittany Blue at the time with blue vinyl luxury bucket seats. It's got black, as you've seen already, which I think, actually, I prefer, to be truthful. And it's all been renewed, as I said before. But when you look at its 4-speed transmission, here the GT Equipment Group, Courtesy Light Group, which is the driving map panels above your head, wide sidewall nylon tyres. Of course, they've long since gone. But sport deck rear seat, which I've shown you, which flipped up. AM radio, still got it. So it's still got all the bits and pieces with it, you know, that it had from new, and that's really sort of like a birth certificate, for want of a better word. And again, here you've got lots and lots of stuff on where it's been done, some of the history. But the last owner had this beautiful book made, and in here, it's obviously it shows all the history of the car, and they've literally gone into it in a big way and found as many people as they could who'd owned it before to report on when they had it and what they'd spent on it. It was white at one stage. You can see Santa Pod there as well. So it had been used at Santa Pod at some point. And it's letters from previous owners. It was in white at some point. Hawaiian Blues was a replica of like the equivalent of the touring car in those days. So it's I mean, to go to this extent, it's absolutely fabulous. It's a great little read, and it's the first car we've had that's actually had a book made on it. So a beautiful thing. We're telling all the last owners, where they lived, roughly the times that they owned it. Just a great little sort of piece of history that comes with the car, and you don't get that much with these cars, as I said. And here you've got a file to go with it as well. So this beautiful 67 Fastback is here to be driven, enjoyed. It sounds fabulous. You'll hear the engine, no doubt, and it sounds just like the Bullitt. So come on down, have a go. You'll fall in love with it. I'm telling you that before you even come. So hope to hear from you soon.